me is that guy. It's the guy that I lost to my senior year. I was like in a Coop position. You know what a Cooper position is? I think kind of like he's got a single and I'm kind of reaching through. It's just the picture was taken because you could see my face. And they put it up there. I mean, it's the one they put, I think he stole it from the Bella Vista website because I think that's the one they have up there. And I've given Garrett about as much bad time about that as anything. So, to change anything? I don't think so. Because I am who I am today because of all the things I've gone through. I've had great support. I've had, great help all the way through Division I. Was I small? Do I wish I was bigger? Yeah. But would I change anything? I don't think so. I've had a pretty good stretch of things going on. I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. Maybe if I changed one thing, I wouldn't be here tonight, right? And then I didn't get to meet all you guys, and maybe one day, some of the stuff you learned tonight will help you get better. That's the goal. Okay? Any other questions? That was a good question. You have a question?
Yeah. For all the first-year wrestlers,
Uh-huh.
junior wrestlers, what is one thing you recommend they do to really boost up their wrestling?
Wrestle as much as you can. Wrestle this weekend at a tournament and come in here on Tuesday and practice or Wednesday and practice, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. When I started refereeing, we went to this tournament. I don't know if maybe you guys have heard of it, though. It's the World of Wrestling tournament in Reno that has like 4,000 kids at it. As a referee, it's a pain. But I refed about 4,000 matches in a weekend. You know how many different things I saw that weekend? And I refed it for like 6-7 years. You know how many, in those 20,000 matches I refed at that tournament, you know how many weird things I've seen out there? A lot. You know how many weird situations you get in when you wrestle in a match? Do you know how when you wrestle in a match, I'm wrestling in the semifinals of state, so my toughest match was the semis. My easiest match was the finals, the year I won it. My toughest match was the semis, and the guy that I'd wrestled, we'd wrestled a few times against each other before, and I'm up by 1, and he's spinning and scoring, and wrestling becomes a feel, right? Wrestling's about feeling what that body's doing against my body and on and this and that, and I twist and turn this way. And he's spinning behind, and I got my hand up and caught his leg, and instead of him scoring a takedown, I ended up scoring a takedown. I won by 3. Toughest match I had the whole tournament. That guy was a stud. He ended up being third in the country at 150 in Division I. He was a stud. He was super, still friends with him today. Just a good dude, but he was tough. But I knew where he was going, I felt it, and I got my hand in the right position at the right time because I felt it. Why did I feel it? Because when I wrestled that perfect match before I wrestled him, because when you get into, going back to answer your earliest question, how did I prepare? So maybe I did my meditation before a tournament in the morning, but we get in before a tough match, I did it before that match. It took 6 minutes. It's not that hard. So if it was going to be a tough match, I might meditate that match one more time. I had a guy in college, we wrestled, at this point we had wrestled 4 times. I beat him twice, 6-4. He beat me twice, 6-4. Pretty close match. And I had focused. I decided I'm going to focus in this match, and I go out and beat him in the quarterfinals of this tournament, and I beat him 14-6. I wrestled a perfect match. Why? Because I got my meditation down before. I got everything I wanted to do in that match. I knew exactly what I needed to do, when I needed to do it, and it played out. And a lot of my accomplishment was because I meditated that match. It went exactly the way it went in my head before the match started. So let me give you a couple other things, and then we're running a little late, but it's not, as far as I'm concerned, we're okay. Listen to your coaches out there. I had a coach win me a match. I mean, how does a coach win a match? He's not out there wrestling, but he won me a match. So I'm wrestling this guy. First time we wrestled, I beat him in overtime. I'm old, so I'm going to tell you something. When I first wrestled, my first year in college, we didn't have a tech rule, and you were top one period and bottom the next period. You didn't get to defer and beat this and that. That came in my sophomore year of college. So my freshman year of college, I wrestled this guy, we basically tied, beat him in overtime. And we tied in a dual meet the next year, so we wrestled in a dual meet, we tied. And then I beat him in overtime again, and now I'm wrestling him again. And we get to overtime for a fourth time. And we used to wrestle 3 one-minute periods. So no takedowns, he cut me loose, I was bottom, he cut me loose. And my coach says to me, he goes, you need to ride him as long as you can. All right, I never rode anybody, I was just take you down, I'm gonna cut him loose and take him down, but okay. So I rode him for 3 seconds. He was credited 2 seconds of riding time for cutting me loose, so I had 1 more second of riding time in overtime than he did. And I won that match on criteria K in overtime, which is who has more riding time in overtime. Well, my coach won that match for me because I was just going to cut him loose. Maybe they only credit me with 1 second. I was going to try to take him down. That's why I needed to beat him. That's what I thought. So listen to your coaches. That's important. They know what they're doing. They have a plan. You know, plan things out with, especially if you're going to wrestle a guy that you've wrestled before. Have a plan going into it. You know, hey, we've done this before. This worked. This didn't work. You know, how should we attack this? Plan it out with your coach. That's what they're there for. I think that's important. So, are they trying to tell us something? Lights are going out? All right. Any more questions? Thank you, guys. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell. Guys, before we go, next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, Wednesday the 14th, live wrestling here at 6:30 and $10, right? $10. It's a great experience.
Hey, let's take a quick picture before Coach leaves. Hey, guys, quick picture. Face that way. Boxers, go. Come here.
No.
Yeah, let Coach go in the front so you move back.
We're going to get you not injured next time, all right?
Wait,
Ready.
nothing. I'll say after.
2, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, Max.
Hey, appreciate it. I loved it. Thank you.
Just 6. Just 6.